Since finishing Children of Dune, I'm going to take a little break from books, series, novels, all that, just for a couple days, and then get into the comics and some manga that I've been wanting to get into that I need to read. So I'm going to start volume 3 of Chainsaw Man here. Really turning into a fan of Chainsaw Man. The second volume ended. Denji and the Devil Hunters are trying to find the Gun Devil. They get stuck in the hotel. They're trying to figure out how to get out of the hotel. They're thinking of sacrificing Denji. So there's a lot going on. Weird, kind of creepy. The artwork is really cool. It is a little weird, but I kind of like weird. I like creepy. So I'm going to finish this and then get into other comics and manga that I've been wanting to get into. I'm reading this and it definitely is weird, but I just got to a page and was like, what is going on? It was getting dark out, so I had to go inside. But what is going on in this book? All right, that's it for the third volume of Chainsaw Man. That's super weird, but surprisingly very engaging. It's super weird, but it is also kind of emotional as well. I'm probably gonna watch the actual anime too. Okay, so I've read this already, but I kind of don't remember it too much. Kind of just read it, got through it. Like I said, don't really remember too much, so gonna get into this. So going to get into this and then read the second volume. I mean, I remember bits and pieces of it, but I just don't remember the whole, the whole volume. So Batman literally just aura farms like the whole time. I think the best thing about this Absolute Batman is his Batmobile. It's pretty much a big Tonka truck. I was going to say another reason I like this as well is the martial arts aspect. Batman, Bruce trains both BJJ and Muay Thai. They're incorporating modern martial arts, like in the fighting. I like the fact that issue 4 of Absolute Batman, the artwork's a little different. It's like a flashback, so the artwork almost looks like a flashback. It looks older. You see Bruce when he first becomes Batman. He actually has like fangs, which I think is really cool. Like, this was a flashback, but you could tell that it was a flashback. Man, this Batman's badass. His ears are my favorite part of the suit. It's crazy. Alright, that's it for the first volume of Absolute Batman. Like I said, I've read this before, but I'm glad I just reread it. Definitely refreshed my memory. Gonna go into the second one. Excited to see what they're gonna do with Bane. Such a good, refreshing take on the character. Alright, gonna go help my friend with his car. I think he has a bad alternator, so gonna go do that.
What are you getting?
Oh, I don't know. I think I'm gonna get. I got the empanadas last time. Those are fire.
What'd you get?
Chicken. The chicken flautas are good. The burrito tacos are good. The tacos are good. Bro, all this shit's fire. Finished helping my friend with his car. Unfortunately, it was worse than we thought, but all good. Gonna get it figured out. Home now, so just gonna chill. So I've decided to finish all the Absolute series that I have, and then I'll get into all the other books that I want to read. I'm gonna get into the second issue of Absolute Green Arrow. Black Canary just casually having an MMA fight. Alright, that's the second issue of Absolute Green Arrow. It's picking up. Yeah, and I've never really read Green Arrow growing up. I didn't even watch the series. I was very selective in kind of what I like to watch. The Absolute series is a fresh take on all the characters, so it's definitely getting me more interested in Green Arrow. He looks badass in this, and yeah, I'm just curious to see what's gonna happen, honestly. And I know that it's superheroes, it's all fiction, but I do like the fact that it's modern and they do talk about like modern problems in society, whether that's in the Batman, Superman, or even this one, billionaires, corrupt billionaires. It's kind of the theme here. All right, here at the gym, gonna teach some leg locks. Think belly down, foot lock. That's where I'm putting my head's at right now. We'll see who shows up. I'm just gonna have them roll because they're advanced. I don't need to teach them anything. They just want to come in, train. So I'm not gonna coach tonight. You guys can get at it. It is like super windy and gross. There's only 2 people at the gym today, so I just let them roll. I didn't even coach anything. They were more advanced anyway, so just let them train. So after I got some pizza, I'm gonna destroy this and then just take it easy before the gym tonight. All right, got some time before Jiu-Jitsu again tonight. Made an espresso, and I'm trying to not use any creamer, any milk, so this is just straight espresso. I got some time to kill before Jiu-Jitsu class, so figured I'd get into the second volume of Absolute Batman now. Been dying to read this, refresh my memory with the first one. So now I'm really ready for this. We left off, Batman blew up Black Mask's boat. Alfred saved him, so he's teaming up with Batman, or Alfred and Batman are finally teaming up. And then who I assume to be is the Joker told someone to get this guy, Bane. And excited to see the Joker. I don't think he shows up in this one, but the Joker's one of the best villains, so he looks pretty sick. Bane does. Batman. I love this series, so I'm just gonna get into it now. I will say I like the fact that Batman in here is just a regular civilian. He's not a billionaire, philanthropist. He's still a genius, very smart. But I like the fact that he can kind of blend in with the civilian world. Although he's 7 foot, so I don't know if he really blends in. But I like the fact that he can actually kind of lay low a little bit more instead of being Bruce Wayne, playboy, billionaire. Obviously that's his other identity. His true identity is Batman. I like the fact that he can do more undercover work as just a regular civilian, in my opinion. All right, finished the 7th issue of Absolute Batman. Mr. Freeze, really cool design, and I like that he's a monster. Batman's villains are obviously the best. Batman definitely has the best rogues gallery. But with this, man, even the villains are very original and scary. I like Batman that's scary. And I love how they introduce all the characters. Whether it's in the rogues gallery or just, just someone, a part of the Bat family or whoever is in Batman's circle. Damn. I was wondering. Waylon Jones, Croc. Killer Croc. I was wondering how they were going to do that. Now I see. And wow. Tragic. I love this. Honestly. These issue 7 and 8. I was really a fan of the artwork. It was super colorful. I also believe we meet Bane in issue number 9 because that's the front cover of issue number 9. So, looking forward to Bane. Alright, finally got to meet Bane. Especially juiced up Bane. First time Batman has shown any fear in this series. Alright, headed back to the gym now. I'm hoping it rains or storms because we haven't had rain in forever and the grass is like brown, and where I live it's usually rains a lot, so it feels weird. I'm hoping it rains. It'd feel a lot nicer, that's for sure. But headed back to the gym. We'll see who shows up. Monday, probably be a light class, but we'll see. Keep it light. Don't need to go too crazy. All right, I'll see you at the gym.
Or you step in this way and then go this way. Bring my knee down. You can play however style. We're always controlling the feet because we don't want to go control. We have that foot, we're going to keep it. You go ahead. Okay, this way, nice and light. Check my knee. Your knee down, but then your head to go. Got it? Do it back and forth. Pull them up to the side. Step over, step back, step on. Covered. Step over, stay angle to the back. Okay? Good?
Finally raining. It actually feels great out now. It was so humid and disgusting out. So, gonna go home, just chill. It has been such a long day. Alright, new day. Got my espresso. Going to be finishing Absolute Batman Volume 2. Left off. Snuck inside of Arkham and met this guy, Bane. Now, just speculating, I don't know, but Arkham took Waylon to capture Batman. Doesn't look too good for both parties here. But Batman's so crazy. He's crazy. Alright, like I said, I was wondering how they were going to use Killer Croc, Waylon Jones in this, but it's actually a team up. Batman riding Killer Croc. That's crazy. That's sick. I like the story for Bane's mask and how he gets it. What? I should have gotten my reaction, like my initial reaction to Bane cutting Batman's arm off. But man, I was gonna say I don't know how I feel about Bane Batman. I'm glad it's not a real thing, but he does look pretty sick. But glad they went the other route, where Bane abducts his friends and not breaks Batman, just chops Batman's arms off. I was stressing there for a bit. So I was curious to see how Bruce's Rogues Gallery, which are his friends in this universe, how they become his villain or become their true self. So Ozzy just got to basically just is mutated. Two-Face, Riddler, how they get to their prime. Well, all I had to do was turn the page over, and then we get Two-Face. So yeah, this is I'm loving this, honestly. Like I said, it's just a refreshing take on characters that have been around forever, you know. I will say Riddler's design is pretty crazy. Was curious to see who the leader of the Red Hood gang was wondering if it was going to be Jason Todd, but no, it is Harley Quinn. Get into the last issue, the finale now. It is it's getting good. Excited to see this Killer Croc and Batman team up. Alright, at the conclusion now. Man, the fights, the fight scenes and the combat in this look sick. We got the Killer Croc. Michael Chandler move, flips him in a rear naked choke. Hey, if it works, you know. He's just dumping Bane in his Tonka truck. He's Batman, bro. Crazy. Man, that's it for Absolute Batman Volume 2. Bane, what a tragic character. Broke his father's back, but just being used as well, so. Joker's next. I'll give my thoughts on this in my review. Here, I'll soak in a little bit and then give my thoughts on it. Got into some Absolute comics the past couple of days. First one was the second issue of Absolute Green Arrow. Dina meets one of the suspects, leads them to one of Oliver's kids. Another one of Dina's suspects is digging up Oliver's grave. So that's where we left off. So the big ones I got into were the first volume of Absolute Batman. This is the second time I've read this. And then I got into the second volume of Absolute Batman, Abomination. So the Zoo, Abomination, and right off the bat, both of these 5 out of 5. This got me back into comics. Read this. You know, these characters have been around for so long. This is refreshing. It's a new take on the character. Pretty much every character, the new origin story, new design, and it's all original, fresh, and like I said, new. So the Zoo was, like I said, 5 out of 5. But then come out with Abomination, and man, it just gets darker, gets scarier, bigger. I mean, I can't say enough good things about this. I love how they introduce all the characters. Even Dick Grayson. He hasn't really been shown as Robin, but he's an EMT, and his badge says Dick Grayson, but just a way to introduce that character for the Rogues Gallery. Riddler's design. Two-Face, he just has the bandage right now. I know that recently just came out is Two-Face. We got Killer Croc teaming up with Batman. Batman's Rogues Gallery. They're pretty much friends from when they're little kids. Ozzy's Penguin's transformation, his origin story in this. What I find so great about this is that it's sad. It's like they're all tragic characters. Batman isn't necessarily a good person. He's trying to do good, but there's consequences in that. He's hurting other people. I mean, his actions have made Ozzy Penguin become into this mutated creature almost. Bane here, amazing villain. Love his mask. His design was amazing. Super tragic character as well. There's no good guys in any of this. There's no heroes. Batman just wants to go crazy. And what I love about Batman and certain superheroes is that some of them are just broken. You know, they have trauma, they're hurt. Batman here is hurt. He is emotional, but still, like I said, he's Batman, he's smart, and he's very young in this still. I said, how they use all the characters is just, like I said, 5 out of 5, both the Zoo and Abomination. I know the 3rd volume comes out soon, but I think I'm going to get some of the issues after this, and some, if I can find the earlier issues, just for the artwork and stuff. So like I said, I cannot recommend both of these. I'm excited to see Joker in the next volume. Mr. Freeze, another cool origin story in this Abomination. So with that, the next series I'm going to be getting into is Absolute Superman Volume 1, Last Dust of Krypton. I've already read this as well, but just going to do it to refresh my memory. And then we're going to get into the 2nd volume of Absolute Superman, Son of the Demon. I remember this one more than I remember the Zoo. I love the fact that Superman's a drifter, just nobody, hides in the shadows, almost like a Batman, but different, obviously. And I have Jiu-Jitsu soon, but I'm probably going to end the video here. I have some time to kill. I already said it before, but my next big read is A Count in Monte Cristo. I'm going to read this, going to start it, see how it is. Next video will be me reading this, see how far I can get into it, and then also I'm going to read this Absolute Catwoman.